I met a gypsy.
Kenny. If I say one word, I just want you to go, Kenny.
Suzuki. Kenny.
Kickstart Kenny, baby.
Yeah, I think Astafin did what he did with Chad Reed, right? Remember the changing gear, changing bikes, that. I've seen these moves before. Kenny, there's one guy that I believe why he went to HEP, Larry Brooks. Larry Brooks was the guy that helped McGrath win all his championships, was a part of that team. He was L&M with Bubba and Chad. He took a break from like the factory 450 program, was mentoring the Bar X guys, managing that team. He was kind of behind the scenes, different Larry than he was back in the day. Red Bull KTM Larry. Yeah. But Larry hates to lose. He likes to win, and I think this thing's been happening for a while, man. I think the testing of the bikes was something, but Larry wouldn't have gone to HEP unless he could have. I'm sorry, no offense to Kyle Chisholm or Seven Deuce, but going from Bar X to that's a lateral change as far as talent. I think something's been happening or an opportunity possibly to get Kenny. Kenny always loved the Suzukis. That bike is going to be good enough to win. Like, it's going to be good enough to win. And will he have enough time and will he have enough confidence internally with himself to make it happen? If he wins Anaheim 1, I'm not surprised. Yeah,
no, I could completely see it happening.
But I think Larry Brooks a big piece of this puzzle.
So we're like, because he's probably a guy I don't even know if I would have met him.
So Google Larry Brooks Coliseum crash.
Really? Okay.
He used to race against Mike Craig.
Yeah, right.
He was an Ultracross champion. Larry Brooks, hell of a rider, very passionate. Just do that. This is one of the best crashes ever. Yep, that's it. This is it.
Yep, that's it.
So Ultracross was raced during like buggies and stuff. So there's Mike Craig. There it is. Boom.
Oh, whoa.
So he rips his bar off.
Fucking hell.
So this is Ken Roczen's team manager. Rips his bar off, and he's like, there's old Stingray, Christian's dad.
Let's watch a lap of this, though.
Bam! Clips his handlebar at the Coliseum.
God, thank God there was hay.
So this racing, they had like buggies and trucks and bikes, and then they'd turn the track around backwards for the moto, and they'd like, not turn it around, they'd just ride the track backwards, so all the lips that were flat were steep. Yeah. But Larry these guys would do inverted start. So Larry pushes his bike across the finish line, dude.
What a G.
Yeah, he's just a never quit. When you ride for Larry or anything Larry did, he just never... he gave it 110%, and he's passionate, man.
So, but I guess, like, where did he go wrong in the industry in a sense? Or, like, why did he not stick around consistently? Because, like, when the L&M came out...
So, like, Larry Brooks and Mike Kraniak. You know Sean Kraniak?
Yeah.
That's his dad. Behind the scenes. Big oil money.
Really?
In Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Craney that got hurt real bad. Like, yeah. So Larry, dude, he's all passion, so smart. He loves to be on the tools, developing the bike. But I think he ran real hard, dude, for like basically the McGrath era, and then just ran a hard program, a lot of races, a lot of pressure. He was the founder of Chaparral Racing, the original where they all rode different bikes with Deegan. He was racer and team manager as well.
Really?
Like, so Chaparral...
So it's kind of like almost Konski-ish in a sense.
Yes.
To where he's just like always just being like...
Yep.
And then sometimes it just explodes and then he has to like have these rebuild periods.
Yep. So he did the James, but he's great at...
Yeah, they came in hot with James. They had Sam Manuel, which was like the Indian money.
So he was the team manager for that. And then once that happened and everything kind of fell through, I think he just needed like a reset.
Yeah,
and he was just like coaching riders at the track. I mean, I have so much time for Larry. Like, he's so passionate, man. At one time when I was racing for KTM, I was just a test guy, obviously. People know that story. But I whole shot at a main, and Ramsey was going for the title against Shorty. And most people know Seattle's like super dirty ruts. And I cross-rutted and like jumped from one side of the track and almost cleaned out Nathan. And I come off the track and Larry told me I'll never ride the test track ever again. Like, cause he's so passionate, man. Like I just I look back at it now and I'm like, dude, the guy just wants to win.
That's how bad he wanted to win.
Like, I just sucked.
It's like, bro, I'm just not that fucking good. That's not out of your cross.
Nate Dogg's the nicest guy in the world. I didn't, but like, gosh, I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, Larry's a big piece of Kenny's puzzle. He didn't make it. Oh, he has made it, man. I think he's in a season of life where he can like do what he wants.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like that corporate structure. He likes to be able to do what he needs to do to the bike. He's working with Rob from RG3, J-Mitt Twisted. They're close. He develops. Dude, he's legit. Like he gets on CAD and he can still go through whoops. He does like the Volman shit. I'll ride it through the whoops again. No helmet, no gear. He'll still send it through. Like he's a bad dude.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, well, I think.
And Kenny will like that.
Yeah. I think that's like more the renegade sort of vibe that Kenny kind of fits with a bit. But I think that the whole season with Kenny, I think, was like really frustrating because you saw him last year. He comes out, wins A1, looks like title shot Kenny. It's like, all right, we're on here, and then just struggles the rest of the way through the season. But then I think there was Chase. It was like would have been hard because Kenny and Chase are kind of locked in this like who's the number one rider kind of deal, and then Chase is making the bike look a lot better than Kenny, but I think Chase was like overriding to the point. There's 2 seasons of a rider's career, right? There's the Chase Sexton current era right now where it's like send it to the fucking moon and win at all costs, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the Kenny segment of your career where it's like, I know when this bike's not good. I know when this thing's going to hurt me. It's hurt me before, and I ain't fucking paid enough money to do that. So you're seeing one guy, now that we've got like hindsight to look at this, right? So it's like the way that I look at 2022 is you get Kenny that's going, this thing fucking sucks, and I ain't doing it. Like, I just ain't risking it in that way. And then you got Chase that's going, this thing sucks, but like I'm still down to do it, you know? And we saw the crap, like we saw
was
what
it the Oakland
Kenny
crash? Was it the Oakland crash
where the front end just like folds on him?
Yeah.
Well, Chase crashes at A1.
Yeah.
And then he crashed. He has a bunch of crashes, like that big one at Oakland.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think you saw what happened to Chase, what Kenny is too scared to have happen to him now that he's like in the, older age of his career.
I completely agree with you. Justin Brayton's a prime example. When it's right, like at Bercy, dude, he's as fast as, or faster than anyone.
Yeah.
When it ain't right, he's 8th, 12th.
Yeah.
Like he knows, like I'm not risking it for that biscuit. Like I'm just, and you're exactly right. Chase has so much FU in him. Yeah. That he's like, I'm risking it every time.
He's young.
Yeah. It's season of life.
Yeah.
Kenny's like, nah, after
been there, done that,
like,
got the t-shirt.
Yeah. Like,
I ain't doing
so, yeah, I'm anxious to see like, Kenny also has enough FU in him in like a proving people wrong way that I think that if he's a feel, everything's on feel with Kenny. So if it just feels good to him, like the aura around, that's why it worked well with Konski. I think he liked the aura around that, like.
Well, and then I think there's a thing that happens when you're like the definite A side in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's like, if you're the dude that's got all the money and then it's like, oh yeah, cool, you're a hot chick, but I'm paying for everything. So you'll do whatever the fuck I say. Yeah. So I think that's literally Kenny with that team, you know, like, oh, you guys doing awesome, but I want my fucking rebound changed. You'll change my rebound, please. Like, this is what I want. And then they'll kind of do it for him. And I think that HRC, they weren't going to operate like that, you know? Yeah. But so I think for me, like, we can only say that now, looking back at the season, and then the extra evidence that points to that is how good Kenny was on that firepower bike. And so in Melbourne, when we spoke, he literally just said, he goes, oh, I finally got to do to the bike what I wanted to do. They did everything I said, and it was really good. And then like he straight up beats Tomac in Paris.
Yeah.
And then goes, like, he could have stayed on that team. Crazy, almost crazy that he doesn't stay on that team after literally beating Tomac and like gnarly set of whoops. Like everything was there to, like, I guess know what you need to know for next year's Supercross. And then he rides a Suzuki and goes like, this is the feeling that I'm chasing. So it's all in the way that I look at it now, like, if I rewind to like sitting here in the studio mid-season, I'm scratching my head. I'm be like, maybe he just doesn't fucking have it anymore. Maybe mentally he's cooked. Maybe we all thought that.
Yeah,
you know?
I said it to friends like, man, maybe he's just riding this thing out.
Yeah.
That
but with
bug,
all those factors now that you can see it, it's like maybe they literally just weren't even like entertaining what he wanted out of the motorcycle.
And I can say that Lars Lindstrom, I thought the current team manager, that when he came on, I thought it would have changed. I'm not saying Lars didn't. It'd be hard to have those two superpowers. Like we go back to Chase, up and coming power, Kenny, the superpower, and trying to balance those relationships. God, that would have been hard. So,
if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.